Hi, welcome back. So now, previously I explained about the introduction to Bugzilla. It is a bug tracking tool. How to get the trial version Bugzilla for practicing purpose. Now, in this session, I will explain the what is meaning of defect reporting and defect tracking, and what are the components are there in the defect template. Then we go for the what are the how to use the Bugzilla for defect reporting. So try to understand what this concept. Defect. What is meaning of defect? It is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT, application under test, page level or Windows level, any functionality or any requirement is not matching with your expectation, then it is called as defect. It is a deviation, not in the program level, right? Application level. So any functionality is not working. That we can call as defect. So it is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT. There is application under test. Or system under test also are going to call. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. While executing test cases, whenever we identify a deviation between expected to actual results, while executing test cases, whenever we identify a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT is called defect or issue or incident or fault. Defect reporting. What is the meaning of defect reporting? Notifying about the defects to developers is called defect reporting. Notifying about defects to developers is called defect reporting. So generally, while execute test cases or while execution or automation test scripts, we can identify the deviation between expected to the actual results in AUT is called defect or an issue or incident or fault. Defect reporting. Notifying about the defects to developers is called defect reporting. What are the guidelines to log the defect here? So notifying about defects is to developers is called defect reporting. How we are going to the moment when testing identify the defect in current project, we have to follow the some procedure for that. What are the procedure steps are we have to follow? The step one, check defect is reproducible or not. By executing same test case on same version of build, we have to confirm defect will occur every time or not without doing modification of source code. And try to ask the colleague to test the same functionality in his system also. Then check the defect is availability in database for duplication. Already available in the database or not, we have to check it is. Then draft the bug and take necessary screenshot. Send an email to test lead for review and approval. Once the bug is approved by test lead, then test engineer login into defect tracking tool. So log into defect tracking tool. Right. And submit the bug to development lead. Then step 7, at the time of reporting, the defect status is new. By default status is going to be new. First time we are going to log the defect. Right. So these are the guidelines we have to follow. Coming to the defect reporting is done. How many ways? There are two possibilities. Manually we can go for defect reporting or we can go for the so automation also. Manually. Manually means copy the defect template from file server or VSS Visual Source and fill the template and send to assigned person with the defect as an attachment. That is the one approach you can follow. It is right. That is one approach. And second one, automation. So majority of the companies nowadays they use any one of the two for defect reporting purpose. They track plus issue tracker, quality center, ALM, Bugzilla, Jira. These are the tools that are available. They can use any one of two. So Jira is important, Bugzilla is important. Okay. Then quality center also can be used. Not difficult. This also I provided in my playlist. You can go. You can find the quality center also. Okay. Two sessions I given there. So next, defect tracking. What is the meaning of defect tracking? Defect tracking is a process of tracking the logged defects in a product from the beginning to closure. So defect track is a process of tracking the logged defects in a product from beginning to closure and making new versions of the product that fix the defects. So making new versions of the product that fix the defects. Okay. Then what are the components are there in the defect template? You'll see that defect template also one of the important thing for us because testers should know that what are the components are there, what type of information you have to provide. Defect template in general, every organization will maintain their own defect template for defect reporting. To get the consistency while defect reporting from every test engineer, they provide the QA team will define the template that we are going to use for the defect reporting. What are the components are there? Summary. There is a brief description about the defect. Example, application allowing different values in password and confirm password while performing user registration. Defect ID, unique identifier for a defect. Number it is. But in general, if you're using any defect reporting tool, the tool is going to generate the defect ID. Then reported by the name of the test engineer who identified defect, reported on which date defect reporting. Note I given here in general, whenever we identify defect on the same day, we need to report defect. Then reported to whom we reporting defect. Project, name of the project. Module, in which module we identify defect. Build version, in which version of build defect was identified. Then test set. There's a name of the test set, in which test set the test case field. There's a collection of test cases we are going to call as test set or test cycle or test batch, like that. Test case ID or name, the name of the test case, which test case is failed. There is a reproducible defect. Is it defect will occur every time or not in the same version, not modified version, right? Snapshot, defect snapshot. Reproducible steps are nothing but test case steps we have to provide. Severity, it describes the impact or seriousness of the defect. How much impact the defect is taking your execution activities. Testing point of view, you have to provide it is. So now there can be different levels of severities. Critical, high functional defect, and there is no workaround to continue execution. Major, high function defect, but there is a workaround to continue execution. Moderate, medium and low function defects. Minor, user interface and usable related defects, we call as this type of severity levels we are going to provide. Priority, describe the importance of the functionality in which we identify defect from user point of view. There can be different levels of priorities, high, medium, low, like this. Generally, priority will be given by the developers during the triage meeting. If you given, they can change based on their requirement. Then status, it describes the state of the defect. In general, first step when you are reporting defect, should have the status as new. So developers can change the different kind of status during the reviews. If defect is solved in the application, then they are going to give the status as fixed. Like this, we have the different kind of status for us, right? So like this, we have status. It describes the state of the defect. In general, first time when we reporting about the defect, should have the status as new. So this is the screenshot which I taken from the quality center defect reporting form, how it is going to be. We have the summary, detected by severity, detected on date, priority, reproducible yes or no, subject, so like status. So you want to take the screenshot. Here itself they given the option. This one you can use to take the screenshot of the defect. Like this we can go. Okay. So what are the concepts I explained so far here? So introduction to Bugzilla, how to get the trial version, about defect reporting and defect tracking. Then what are the components are there in the defect template. Now I will show that how we can log the defect into the Bugzilla in the next session.